All right, and with that, let's turn things over to Nicole.
All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for all inviting me. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Nicole Woodward. I work at the Westerly Senior Center. I've worked there starting off part-time since 2006. And the last 2 years, because of the needs of the community, they had me start full-time. I have two roles at the Senior Center. The first one is considered or called the Community Information Specialist, which is to provide information and education on a wide scope of services and programs available to seniors and adults with disabilities, as well as helping their families. And some examples of those kind of things are helping with housing, helping if the individual might need help in the home, so we connect them with different agencies that are available. Also assisting with heating assistance applications, food assistance applications, working with the other nonprofits and social service agencies if the individual needs to know, like food banks and things like that. Also helping with community medical assistance if the individual just needs help with medical bills, and then also helping with long-term medical assistance if the individual needs that. Another popular program is the Medicare Premium Payment Program, which helps pay the Medicare Part B, which is the $148.50 that comes out of the Social Security. And that is income-based and asset-based, and that goes through the Department of Human Services. The other role, and that this role is what keeps me very busy, is the SHIP program, which is the state health insurance program. And this provides one-on-one counseling to individuals eligible for Medicare. The program is designed to help Medicare beneficiaries understand healthcare costs and coverage. So the biggest time of year is the open enrollment, which is October 15th through December 7th. And we really always encourage people to come in. Usually when I get a lot of the phone calls, when the individual didn't compare, it's usually, February, March, when it's time for their supply to be filled for the medication, and then they didn't realize they should have changed. So we encourage that. Even if your plan, is great and you think it's great, just always come in during that time, because it could be one slight change that you didn't realize, whether they now the pharmacy that you're going to now becomes a non-preferred, and that can affect the cost too. So my job is to just, help you. We want to keep you at the pharmacy you want to be at. So we want to compare that every year. So that's basically what I do, my role there. The other things we provide at the Senior Center is we offer the meals, which is still been going this whole time. It's a pickup 12 to 1. And they are slowly talking about starting maybe possibly like a Tuesday or Thursday. We just have to get permission from the state and then the catering to get those hot meals running again, because everybody misses those, we've been providing, Donna does do our cook. She'll do like the extra soups. Usually she makes a soup and a dessert, which, people love. We also offer transportation, and that's for Westerly residents 60 and over. And that's non-medical. So it would be going grocery shopping, or to pick up medications, go to the hairdressers, or visit a friend in a nursing home. So that's available, like I said, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And they would want to call Edie. Edie is the person who runs the meal site and transportation. And her direct number is 596-7216. And like I said, the programs are slowly coming back. I mean, I think people just want to get out, so like Thursdays are usually a little busier here. The painting group has started again. And then we have the wood carvers that have started. The Tai Chi and yoga, I believe they're going to be meeting soon to discuss, when they're going to be starting that back up. And then chair caning, there's a small group that comes in. We have a quilters group. And then the card games are slowly picking back up too. So I just say, if you have any questions, you can call, the main number. And then, we can tell you what days and who to be in touch of, because each group usually has like a leader. And then, they're the ones that have everybody's numbers to call. And then bingo has been running now for a few months, but that's at night. It's Wednesdays and Sundays. But it's nice to see people getting out. And, I think the more people we all know that are vaccinated and, still wearing your mask and being cautious, but I think it's working. And then we also are offering the COVID testing. It's the rapid testing. And again, you can't come in if you have symptoms. It's the rapid testing. And then also the vaccine clinics. The next vaccine clinic is going to be this Wednesday coming for anybody if they do need it. And it is, you do go through the website Vaccinate RI, and then you're able to see, and there's a lot of vaccinations now. I mean, sites. I mean, I know McQuaid's is offering it, Seaside. So there's a lot of availability, but if somebody needs help, they can call me and we can help them enroll. And that's basically it. I mean, like I said, it's slowly picking back up. I mean, it's not, once I think we can start serving meals again, it's really going to make a difference.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Does anybody have any questions?
Will you be putting out the newsletter sometime soon?
I know that's the biggest thing. It drives, because obviously the newsletters were going out monthly. And I mean, because nothing was really picking up, I mean, Lucy's in charge of the newsletters, but they've been going out quarterly. But this last one, right, Doreen? Because I know Doreen's waiting to put the information for the villages. And I don't think that this one has gone out yet. So we've been waiting.
No.
It should be coming out soon, the next one. And then I think once things do fully get back, they will pick up to monthly.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, yes, of course.
Nicole, do you know if the hospital are going to start the arthritis program again?
I think they probably will soon. I haven't heard on a date yet. I know, our nurse, she's been coming back on Tuesdays through visiting nurses. She's been doing that on Tuesdays. People can come in and do the blood pressure and things like that. So that's been happening again, the visiting nurse. But yeah, I don't know. I'll ask on that. I will ask on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Thank
haven't
you.
heard anything. But that is a great group. Yep.
How do you find out what the meals are going to be served? Because
So they will so like right now it's always been that you call the Thursday, before the week before Thursday, you want to call Edie, and people call all the time. Like she can, she'll go over the meals with individuals, but you can always come in too to pick up. They usually come out a week ahead. She's able to provide what the meals will be, but we're hoping once the meals are warm, you know what I mean? It will bring more people back in. That's the goal. But it's always a week ahead. So you're able to get.
So you have she has a list somewhere.
Yes. Yeah. And I know before Lucy, like it's printed and people can come in and get it, or she'll just give it to you over the phone. But I know before in the newsletter, and I think even in the Westerly Sun under the senior docket, I still think they list the meals. So when they're available.
No, they don't.
They're not. Okay. I'll have to, I don't know why they're not listed. They used to be. I'll have to ask Lucy, but maybe because she figures it's a grab and go, but still they should, so people know they should list them. I'll see on that then. Yeah.
And Nicole, is there a cost associated with those meals?
Yeah. So for the meals, they do ask for a $3 donation.
Okay.
Yep.
And just in case, specifically for people that are watching the recording, if they're not super familiar with the senior center, how do you have to join in order to access the different services? Is there a fee for that?
Some of them, yeah. So to see myself or to come to the meals, you don't have to be a member. But what we usually say is it's $25 for the year, the membership. And usually, say if somebody's new and they want to try like a yoga class, what Lucy usually will say to them, she'll say, try it first before you pay, see if you're going to like it, try a few classes. But yeah, once the individual ends up, wanting to join and participate in some of the classes and things like that, then they encourage them to be a member. Yep.
And do they just call, or is there an application?
Yeah, there's yep, they can call. There is an application that gets filled out, and then they get a membership card for the year.
Great.
And usually every year it will change color. Yep.
Sounds like it's very worth the membership, at least in my opinion, for everything you offer.
It is. I mean, once like I said, I've been getting a lot of phone calls too. People just want to get back. Family members even, they're like, when can mom or dad start coming again? And I always encourage family members to come with them, see what it's like. That's what I say, because most of the time, once people enter the building, the first thing they always say to us, we get it all the time. It's like, they can't believe what the place looks like, what it provides, because, unless you really come in and see what's available, people don't really realize. So there is a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of good people, and, everybody needs that socialization. It's really good.
One more question from me. How do they sign up for your newsletter that you were talking about?
So if you're a member, you automatically get the newsletter. But
Okay.
if somebody like organizations, they can just call, ask for Lucy or email Lucy. And we do have the website, you know, if you Westerly Senior Center, I'm off, I think it's .org. I know, because I'm never on. We're very, you know, our websites and things like that. That's one thing we do have to, I always say, like, we need to update the websites because a lot of them, it could be updated more. But I mean, my email too, I can give it to you guys, it's Nicole with an H at wsc.ne.coxmail.com, which is a long one. And Don, the director, we all have the same email. So it's just Don at WSC. And then Lucy is the assistant director. And she, you know, she's the one that provides the newsletters and things like that. So with membership, Lucy is the person you would want to speak with.
Great. And again, I'll email all those email addresses out to everyone.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's a lot.
They've done a lot of updates while the.
Yes. The senior center does look beautiful. Yes. Anybody that wants to come in. Yeah. We've been saying whoever wants to come in and see the place, it does look very nice. Most of the walls were painted yellow. They kind of wanted to keep all of the offices the same color. And then the cafeteria is still, I think it was blue before, but it's blue. And then there was new flooring and new rugs. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think they improved the air conditioning too. And the
Yeah, I
lights.
know that was always an issue, the air system. And I believe so too. The roof was done. I mean, I think most everything that needed to be updated at this point has been updated, which is really good. It actually came at a good time. So when there wasn't as many people, you know, in and out, they've been able to accomplish that, which was really good.
Oh, that was all done during the last year or so?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Mhm.
great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It looks really nice and bright, and it's lovely to know you've got a window in your office.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come see my office, it's very small, and it was funny because it was kind of a joke. I had a sliding window that people could just like slide things in, and they decided to close that, which it is kind of nice. And now I have a window they provided, and then we put a blind up. So at least now I can see outside.
Makes a
Yeah.
difference.
Yes, it does. It's nice.
Anybody else have questions for Nicole? No? All right. Well, that was excellent. Like I said, you're busy down there. So it all sounds awesome. So we'll put together all those
That's
notes
great.
and yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you for joining us today. That was sort of the big thing for this meeting. I do have a few things that I can share with you all too in the next few minutes. Let me just share my screen really quickly. I like to just share a few things that have come across kind of my plate in the last few weeks. So one of them that I wanted to show you was this, it's like an online program related to wills and probate, which I know a lot of people do have questions about, and this seems like a really good resource. It's put on by the Estate and Tax Planning Council of Eastern Connecticut. And what they've done is put together 3 videos with different moderators and panelists in each one, and each one covers a different subject. So of course, the first one we see is understanding probate, estate, settlement, and basic wills. They have one on powers of attorney and medical directives, and also one on non-probate assets and trusts. So when I email out, I'm going to include this as well. And if you are interested, you just click on this link here, the etpcec.org, and that will open up the Estate and Tax Planning Council's website. And under upcoming events, they have their YouTube page. So if you click on that, it brings you right to the videos. And I believe it just brings you to the 3 of them. So it's not too hard to navigate or anything. So I think that's a pretty good resource. I know we're all looking for things to do outside too. So I wanted to just share again the event page on our website. A few things that we have going on here this month. One that I'm really super excited about is we're officially launching our seed library, which is starting this coming Monday. And what that is we have, a pretty good collection of seeds. We have vegetable, we have fruit, we have herbs, and we have a smaller selection of flower seeds. And those are available to Rhode Island residents as well as anybody else. Rhode Island residents are able to take up to 10 packets per visit if you have a library card. If you don't, you can still take up to 5 packets. And basically it functions a little bit different than a regular library because of course you're taking the seeds and you're not going to be returning those seeds. We don't expect you to because of course you're planting them. But what we are hoping is to keep it sustainable, that people can save their seeds at the end of the season and then donate them back to the library to be used, you know, in the next year by other patrons. If you're not into seed saving, then you can also donate opened or unopened packets of non-GMO seeds to the library as well. And if you want to learn more about seed saving, we actually have a program coming up on May 18th. So that's next Tuesday from 6 to 7. That's another Zoom program. And it's with Master Gardener William Badley. And he's going to go through the whole process of what it means to save seeds and how to get started doing it. We're also, to celebrate kind of the launch of this, we are hosting a film screening of a documentary called Seed, the Untold Story, which really talks about why saving seeds is so important these days. So we're really excited about that one too. Any questions about the seed library?
No, will the URI Master Gardeners be in the park like they were last year? Not last year, but the year before.
The year before. Unfortunately, at this time, they are not going to be. It's possible that that may change a little bit later into the summer, but right now there's no plans to, which is a bummer. Hopefully next year, all of that will be starting up again. The other thing, one thing that we are doing in the park in person too, and I did kind of mention this in our last meeting, I believe, but we are starting our eccentrics in the park. And that's like a stretching class. It's only a half an hour. It's good for any fitness level. So that's from 9:30 to 10. It's on the YMCA side of the park. So just bring a mat and a towel, and you'll have to bring a mask until you sit in you know, on your mat. But that's a really fun kind of in-person fitness class you can attend. And then on the 18th, it'll be beginning yoga in the park with Chelsea, and that'll be every Tuesday from 9 to 10. Kind of the same deal with that. So bring your own yoga mat, and it'll take place in the park as well. You know, as long as
Cassie, is there any cost? Is there any cost to those?
Nope. These are completely free.
Perfect.
And again, you don't
That's
even have to be.
wonderful.
Yeah, you don't even have to be a library card holder, although we do encourage you to get a library card if you are not, if you're eligible for one. So that's some of the stuff that we have going on. And again, this is our website, westerlylibrary.org. We have our entire events calendar and we update it. It's usually updated at least a couple of months in advance too, so that's good. We are rolling through today. That's about all that I had. Did anyone have any other questions, anything they wanted to bring up, anything for future meetings that you're hoping that we'll cover? We're good.
I think I read in the paper that they were hoping to end the vaccination sites at the senior center in June, so that would open up more space for activities.
Yeah, I think so too. And it looks like, I mean, I know Wednesday, the one it's the Johnson & Johnson. So I think it literally was only from like 9 to, I looked online, it was like 9 to 11. So which is kind of nice because when it is an all day thing, it takes up a lot of space. Yep. So I think so too. We don't know for sure, but I think so too. Yes, that it probably will be ending.
All righty.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. I appreciate it. Go outside and enjoy the sunshine if you can.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Nicole.